Levarme la moustache en la capucha. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki tacatiki. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiki puneti. Casani levarme la moustache en la capucha.
What's going on? This is your man, John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today, Ron Rivera pulls off the hat trick of the day by sitting up there and grabbing Ereck Flowers from Miami and bringing them back to Washington for the Washington football team. To be quite honest, I'm actually happy this happened. And it has nothing to do with Brandon Sheriff. I'm happy this happened because for some strange reason, all these people and I don't understand the reasoning behind it, they're all got this weird mock drafts where everybody's saying Elijah Vera Tucker is coming here, or like they're mocking Elijah Vera Tucker here. That's not going to happen. Like, the fact that they think that Ron Rivera is... Now, and understand this, I'm defending Ron, and I've criticized him more on this platform more than anyone. But, with that being said, there's no way anybody could think that Ron would be that silly to sit up there and draft a offensive guard in the first round. Like, I don't know, especially when he clearly made the statement of there are some needs that we need that are more prevalent than ones that we really don't need. Yes, is Brandon Sheriff's time in Washington over? It is. But let me also say this. He's not going to be traded. He has a $18 million albatross contract on the books. No team is going to be foolish enough to trade for that contract. It will not happen. You got to find a team that even has the cap space for it. There's no team that has the cap space for it. So even with that, nobody's going to do that. So Brandon Sheriff will be here. Now, on to other things. But again, I'll say this. I'm happy Ereck Flowers is back. I'm definitely 100% happy Ereck Flowers is back. He still got 2 years on his deal. The deal is team friendly because I think that somehow, some way, Washington only pays $3 million of the $9 million he's owed. So at the end of the day, this is like a win-win situation for Washington. I'm glad that he's back. He was a very good player for us. That also means that, hey, they're not concerned about Brandon Sheriff not being here. I told you guys back on free agency that when it came down to it, they could switch Wes Schweitzer to whatever side that the other person was comfortable with. You bring back Ereck Flowers, guess what? You can now put Wes Schweitzer on the right side and not be worried about anything. But like I said again, very, very good deal. Ron Rivera is a genius for this one. Martin Mayhew, whoever did it, they're all geniuses for it. Very impressed with what they did with that. So that's a pretty good thing. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is a big thing, and I have to say it before the draft because I think that too many people are sold on this particular person, and that is Davis Mills. Davis Mills has practically no real tape when it comes to his time in college. And right now, everybody's talking about how great he might be at the next level based on his high school performance. And this is the first time I've ever heard this really be a thing when it comes to the NFL. Normally, people don't do that when it comes to the NFL. You normally hear that in the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, even hockey. You hear that there. but you never hear it in the NFL. And my problem with Davis Mills is that this man has like 3,000 and something yards in 3 years in college. He's been injured multiple times in college. Just last year, he had 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 10 sacks. Now understand this, when it comes to sacks, it's not always offensive line problems. The man was being run down from behind. The fact that everybody is so excited about this guy is almost insane to me. The fact that there's so many Washington fans wanting him to be here, that's amazing to me. Because again, based on his college production, he has none. I mean, everybody talks about, hey, you know, we want guys who had several starts in college and all that. He has about the same amount of starts that basically Dwayne Haskins had. I think he got like 17 starts. That's it. Just 17 and that's it. And he's been injured most of the time that he's been at Stanford. So you talk about the fact that, yeah, he may not throw a lot of interceptions, but if he's getting sacked a lot, guess what that tells you? That he has no wheels. That he can't escape. That he doesn't know what to do when the play breaks down. And looking at his film, I don't see what everybody's excited about. The crazy thing about that is that everybody has this extreme excitement for Davis Mills with no real tape, but yet don't have that same excitement for somebody like a Kellen Mond who has all the tape in the world. Not only that, in one season, he almost matches Davis Mills' entire career in college. So the fact that everybody is sitting here acting like Davis Mills is this special guy is almost insane to me. I wouldn't want Davis Mills drafted here, and that's just my God-honest opinion. Next, I wouldn't want any young quarterback drafted here while Ryan Fitzpatrick is here. Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I'm tired of the false narrative where everybody has this idea that Ryan Fitzpatrick is this amazing quarterback guru who's helped young quarterbacks in everywhere he's been. None of the guys he's quote unquote mentored has been a success. None of them. I think I said it was J.P. Lossman the last time. It was actually Trent Edwards. Trent Edwards, by the time Ryan Fitzpatrick did, Trent Edwards basically had 2 more years in the league. Ryan Fitzpatrick was gone. Trent Edwards' career was over. Then he goes to Tennessee. How many of y'all remember who the young quarterback was in Tennessee? How many of y'all remember that? It was Jake Locker, 4 years out the league. How many of y'all remember the quarterbacks that was in Houston when he went there? It was Ryan Mallett and Tom Savage along with Case Keenum. Then when he left there, he went to the New York Jets. Who was the quarterback then? It was Geno Smith. He was also there for, what's his name? Hackenberg. Then you go to Tampa Bay, where Jameis Winston is now a backup. Has now basically played himself out of a starting position to a backup due to Ryan Fitzpatrick's tutelage. Then you talk about Josh Rosen. They brought Josh Rosen to Miami thinking Ryan Fitzpatrick was going to help him, and he never did. Then we talk about Tua. They were talking about actually drafting another quarterback. Miami fans were talking about drafting another quarterback because they thought he was a failure. Ryan Fitzpatrick was a part of that. And everybody wants Ryan Fitzpatrick to sit up here and groom another quarterback that's going to fail. The answer is no. I don't want any young quarterback learning anything from Ryan Fitzpatrick at all. So, with that being said, no to Sam Mills. He doesn't have there's no way he's going to. I remember I'll say this. I'll tell y'all this story. I remember a long time ago, a coach told me, he said, there's a difference between when you're a superstar in Pee Wee and then you go to junior high school and you're not that good, and then you go to high school. No high school coach is paying attention to you, what you did in Pee Wee. They're focused on the fact of what you did in junior high school. Sam Mills did nothing in college that equates him to being a high draft pick at all. And even for the fact of being picked before a player like Kellen Mond. And the answer is no. No to Davis Mills. No to Ryan Fitzpatrick's tutelage of a young quarterback. No, no, no. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.